Okay, and so we're back again. This is the build review for the AMX 011 Zaku 3. Y'all just saw the other video that had me building this kit, but I want to go ahead and go over as much detail on this kit as I can to give y'all the best decision for y'all to make when deciding to purchase this kit or not purchase this kit. So let's go ahead and get down into it. And we're going to go from bottom to top. I know that every time I do one of those reviews, it changes on how I do that. Sometimes this is really unscripted. This is just my thoughts in the moment. So I want to go ahead and zoom in a little bit more to get a little bit of tighter shot. There we go. So, okay, from bottom to top. So, basic features: feet, legs, thighs, waist unit, torso, head unit, arms, and shoulders. That's all here, and the backpack. It's all here. It's all standard, right? However, let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit, about 28 millimeter here. This kit is, from the year 2000. So there's a lot going on in the year 2000. As we all know, Y2K was a big thing for those of us who are old enough to remember that. And this is around the first time I've ever seen a Gundam kit. Granted, it was the Gundam Endless Waltz kits. And, they had the Serpent, the Leos, and all that stuff at my local gaming store. However, they didn't carry a lot of these. So I didn't back then know or understand how many kits existed, how many shows existed. Anyway, the list can go on. So now that I'm doing this, what it feels like full time, I'm getting deeper and deeper in the weeds when it comes to these kits and what they are, when they came out, and so on and so forth. So this came out in the year 2000, and a lot of other kits came out in that 10-year span from 2000 to 2010. Two of which I'll go and demonstrate in this video too, to make a point. But I want to start with the detail here with this kit. There's very little with this kit that has any detail in it. You see here in the calf units right here, and that's about the extent of it. You get little pieces here and there in the kit, but outside of that, it's relatively limited. And what you're able to really pull out of this kit. On this piece right here, internally, there's stuff there that you can probably use, or I wouldn't say use, but mess with to kind of have things stand out. But outside of that, you're going to really have to work to pull or make detail in this kit. So scribbing or scribbling, whatever it's called, or scribing, whatever y'all call it, is going to be probably necessary on this kit, since it doesn't have a lot of panel lines here. So you're going to have to do a lot of manual work to get extra detail out of this kit, which, if you're into that, great. But if you're not, I would recommend just leaving this kit as it is. Or if you really wanted to, you could custom this by painting. And then you can do some detail work there with painting, because each one of these pieces, though they are separate, you don't have to keep it this color. So you can go ham with painting, but out of the box, there's not a lot of detail here. Nothing that really stands out to say, hey, you can really, really pull a lot out of this kit. Unlike this one, where I was able to pull out a lot in this kit. And that's matte varnish, but you can see the shield, that's not normally black, that's gray, gold for the piping, gold here for the emblem, red copper, blah 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 blah. It's, I put some work into this kit. Now, I'm not a professional painter by any stretch of the imagination. However, I do have some background in painting and art and all that crap throughout high school and then later in my 20s. And with 40K painting, I did a lot of painting 40K, so I've got some of that experience. And I would say, if you wanted to detail this even more without, creating your own panel lines, painting is going to be your best friend on this kit. So I would recommend getting a good surfacing product and surface these pieces multiple colors, either black or white or gray or kind of like a neutral color, and then start coloring and painting so you can create some different detail and all that extra crap. Outside of that, it's quite limited in the articulation of the kit. I mean, you get a little bit of movement here at the knee, not much, just a little bit. Same here, it goes to here, not much. You don't get to do the splits, mainly because this is one solid piece right here. Well, I say it's one solid piece, but it's two. But it forms into one solid piece, and you get nothing there. There's probably ways to fix this. You could probably create your own joint here if you really wanted to get that detailed. I am not that kind of guy. I'm not doing that. So this kit's going to stay that way. Arms, again, not a lot of, or not again arms, but arms at this point, not a lot of articulation here too. You know, side to side movement, 360 spin, typical what you're going to see from most kits anyway. And you get a little bit of arm movement and a little bit of flex here in the hand. And that's really it. Here in the head, side to side, no up and down. I mean, I say no up and down, but if it is, it's very limited and nothing crazy. And then of course the backpack, there's just a little bit of, there's not a lot of movement here. It's just this, so it's nothing really worth discussing outside of pointing that out. The feet, you've got side to side and a little bit of front and back, but that isn't enough to really make this a great posing kit. It's not, I don't think this kit was ever designed to be that way. And considering it came out in the year 2000, I don't think that they ever really put a lot of that thought into the high grades of how well they could pose these kits. And the point being, or the point I'm trying to make is, even on these smaller high grades, like the Gym Striker right here, like this is probably the best I was able to get out of it. I mean, you could do some more, but it's very limited in how much you can pose it. But I also want to point out, this kit came out, I think I said, looked at it 2006, but you can see here, if, depending on how the size of your screen or how you blow this up whenever you watch this video, you can tell that there's a lot of detail here in this kit. So this kit's only 6 years apart from this one, right? So my question is, why did Bandai put so much more detail in these smaller high grades, but in these larger high grades, they didn't? That's my question. Like, this kit could have been far more impressive with just a little bit more work on their end, and you could have got this level of detail. Like, this thing is stacked with detail for a high grade that came out in 2006. I'd even wager there's a couple of kids out there that have more detail in this that are in the high grade arena. The other one too that's closely resembles this one. Crap, the arm fell off. That's what I get for moving these things around too much. Is a Zaku 2, the Black TriStar Zaku 2. Like, you can see that they put a little bit of work here in the mold. It does have detail. It has better stickers. This came with 2 stickers, and where are they at? One in the eye. I didn't put the pink one in. I just put the black sticker there because I liked, actually, it kind of looked cool that way. But here in the Zaku 2, you actually got stickers, a sticker sheet. This came out 6 years later than this kit. Or this kit came out 6 years later than this one. But even they had the foresight to put stickers on this kit, so you can do some stuff with it. You can actually give it some detail, some depth, some character, some whatever, some separation. But they didn't do that here. And you've got panel lines. You've got lines here that you can mess with. You could color those if you wanted to. Even the vents here or thrusters here have elevation within the pattern. You got panel lines here all in the calf and the legs. You've got more panel lining here on the feet, even here in the backpack, and not so much in the head. But I think that's kind of typical with Zaku's. But in the chest, if you look here at the chest, there's different layers here that you can mess with. So in 2006, this kit came out like the Gym Striker, and you're able to get a lot more detail on this kit than you were with here. So again, my question would be, why? What prevented them from doing this? Was it because of the size difference? I don't know. That's a good question. One, I can't ask the right people. One day, perhaps I could, if I ever encounter the person who worked at Bandai around the time or in that decade, be like, hey, so why is it your kits didn't have a lot of detail? And it might have been production. Who knows? There's probably a plethora of reasons. But outside of those cons, it's a good looking kit. I like the way it looks. That's the reason why I bought it. I like the way it looks, hands down. I think, oh, I got to get a drink. I think, even though it's limited in detail and limited in color separation outside of the small little red pieces, gray and white, I think it's a good looking kit just for what it is. It's going to pose in like maybe one or two ways, nothing crazy, nothing elaborate, but I don't think now compared to some of the other kits that are out recently, you're going to be doing a lot of that. You're going to pose it one way, you're going to showcase it, it's going to sit in your shelf somewhere, and it's going to look good. What I would recommend is do not play with this kit or mess with this kit too much, because there is all that polycaps in here. Every joint has a polycap in it. So it is like here, there's one here, one here, one here, one here, a couple here in the arm, some here in the torso, waist, and body unit, even right here in the head unit. So there's polycaps everywhere in this kit. So they will wear out. You can stiffen the joints because they are quite loose. If you put any kind of weight on them, they will start to go down. The arms are pretty stiff. The legs are not. And I was shaking the RX-78 GE, and it was stiff. This is not. And I was putting a lot of I was shaking the crap out of it. And this right here, these thrusters, they fall out right here. I would recommend cementing them. I've already thought that to myself a couple times, and I probably should have done it, but whatever. In order to stiffen those joints, what I would recommend is going to Walmart or whatever local store you've got, and buying some clear nail polish and putting it in those polycaps around those nubs right here, to kind of help make that stiff and make it more stiff. That's the best word I'm going to use here. Or what I've done in the past is on some of these kits that don't have polycaps, or do, I've ran that matte varnish, wherever the hell I put it. My desk is a mess right now. Here it is. Hold on. This right here, I've been using this, and you can get it at Hobby Lobby for $10.99. It is expensive for this small little 4.5 ounce can, but I was able to do one high grade and one master grade matte varnish on this, and it's still got plenty left. But this has also helped stiffen up joints for me too. I noticed it a lot on the Gundam EX. I noticed it a lot on the Gem Striker, and definitely on the Sandrock master grade that I built. So I would, that's one way to stiffen those joints. Now, the big question is, would I buy this kit again? Me being a fan of the Zakus, me personally being a fan of the Zakus, I would buy this again. But I would buy it again under the premise that I would probably customize it because of some of the statements I made earlier. I would not buy it again just to have it sit on my shelf. I would buy it again to customize it and customize it only. Do I recommend that you buy this kit? It really just depends on you. If you want another Zaku to add to your collection, then yes, go ahead and buy this kit. It cost me like $20 last I checked. However, if you're wanting to build kits that are a lot more articulated, they have a lot less polycaps, they have a lot more detail, things of that nature, then I would probably say no, don't buy this kit. For me, though, I like Zaku's. It was an easy choice for me, but for you, you might not be such a fan of those, and so you might not want to. So it's up to you. But I would say my recommendation would depend on what you're wanting. Again, that's just my personal opinion. Take it for what it's worth. Anyways, at the end of this, I had fun building this kit. it was easy. It stacked real nice. It was clean. It was a good setup. I did not sand anything down because I knew I wasn't going to do anything else beyond this. And that was it. So, with that said, and I can ramble on a whole lot more, but with that said, as my last video stated, I'm still running that 500 subscriber giveaway. So if you want a Zaku Stein Master Grade, subscribe, like the videos, comment, man. But really, I'm looking for those subscriptions. 500 subs, and you enter yourself to win that Zaku Stein. I will either mail it out to you, or I will meet you in person if you're close by or relatively close. Since I'm in Texas, I don't mind saying that out loud. I'm in Texas. I can, if you're in Oklahoma, Louisiana, New Mexico, Colorado, whatever, I don't mind making a drive because I've been wanting to get out of the state anyway for a little while. So I wouldn't mind making a drive out to those states and meeting y'all and handing that over. One, it'd be nice to get on the road and get out of the house. And two, it's been a while since I've been out of the state. So it'd be a nice departure. So there's that. And I'll leave you with this to chew on to see if you want to go with it. So have you bought this kit? If you've already bought this kit, what do you think of it? And what are your thoughts? If you haven't bought this kit, are you going to buy it based off what I said here? And if not, tell me why. I'd like to know what your opinions are. And that's that. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to get ready this Wednesday for another kit build. So I'm going to let y'all go. So keep on building, guys. I'll see y'all later.